then the question comes, what happens to me after I die? Where do I go?
Life has given you a clue. God has given you a clue. You're not going to die.
And I feel death cannot be a concept.
Death cannot be a concept.
Because that's the another question that always bothers me. And I think that's the question that's
But
driving
you
me
can
towards...
only be aware of death in your waking state.
Yes.
Isn't it?
The question that always asks me is, what happens to me after I die?
Yes.
So what remains? If I'm going to die, then whatever I'm doing, is it worth? So that's what I keep asking myself.
This
What
is a good
happens to
question.
me after I die? As in many people dying, even innocent children dying every day. But it's hard to see myself dying every day.
You see yourself die every day?
No. But I'm sure I'm going to die one day, and death is real. I cannot deny it anymore, and I had to accept my death.
Yes. What it means
Then the question comes, what happens to me after I die? Where do I go? What happens to my whatever the belief or whatever I learned, whatever.
There is a clue already. Every time you go to bed and you go into deep sleep, what happens to you when you go into deep sleep? What happens to you? Life has given you a clue. God has given you a clue. In your 24-hour life, do you live 24 hours? We say 24 hours in a day. Do you watch all of them? What happens to you when you're in deep sleep? Are you alive? What is your experience in deep sleep?
I don't know, when I wake up I just feel that I had a good sleep.
Yes.
And sometimes I can also remember the dreams I saw. But otherwise, I don't know what happens. Only thing you can realize after you wake up
Yes.
and
I'll
say,
tell you
I had a
something.
good sleep.
Yes, yes. You're not going to die. This body will one day complete its term and will go to where it want to go, to the fire, to whatever it is. But you who you know to be yourself will not taste what death is. You don't know what it is. Not the way in which you presently imagine. Myself also, I used to have a great terror of death, I used to see so much of it. I think, oh my God, it's horrible. Why is it got to be so horrible? At the end of all of this, it's so horrible. So, who wants this thing? You see? It seems so unfair,
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, yeah.
So, then it came to me one day. They say, your first breath, in a life is in. And your last breath is out. Isn't it? Your first breath is one you take. And your last one is one that go. And it came to me one day that the reason why I was afraid of death, I saw dead bodies. I always thought there was a person dead in there. You understand? I was looking, oh my God, she's dead in there. I thought, oh no, it's horrible. I don't want to be dead in a body. You understand? It's like, because your culture tell you this. You are dead inside there, in the body dead. Nothing like this. Okay, I don't want to look like this. Okay? It doesn't matter, you could be the most beautiful person in the world, but when you're dead. Okay, so the point is, when I looked, I was afraid this was the terror. And then I realized the last breath is out. Can you imagine if the last breath was in? Last breath. And then you would know there's somebody took that breath, okay, and kept it. And that would be horrible. Then you feel you're trapped in a dead body. Oh my God. You see? But what it mean? Last breath. Gone.
Who is gone there?
Life force is gone. Life force is speaking now. With the head of consciousness. All the elements return to their proper place. This body collapses and it gets recycled. Not destroyed. Yeah, the form is changed. Form is changed. The breath goes back to the breath. The consciousness remains in the consciousness. When you go to sleep, where do you go? All of this happen in the day. You know, you count your money, you do your thing, you take your time. In deep sleep, it's not there. Where do you go? In the middle of the night, somebody come and call you. Muji, John. Nobody answers. Where are you? Morning come. Where's the coffee? Huh? Where you come from? Where did you go? They say sometimes you send a text, no? And it says sent. And then the people don't receive. It's hanging about somewhere in the universe. 10 minutes later it arrives. Bing! Where was it? Where did you go in deep sleep? Were you waiting? So let these words find their way in you somehow. And don't be afraid. I'm not telling you this is something you should do or not do. I'm just saying this to you.
Thank you.
Very good. You're not going to die.